I'm Scott Moore,
I'm Blake Moore.
and today we're talking more sports.
All right.
So today we wanted to make a list of the 5 craziest things that no one saw coming in the 2022 NBA season.
True. Okay, so we each got a list of 5 things that have been crazy that neither of us expected, and so I say we just get started.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to?
Yeah, my first one is LeBron James's play. I don't think anyone thought he was going to be playing this good at year 19, age 37. I mean, he's averaging 29 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and that's basically the best statistical season he's been having since his days in Miami. So I don't think anyone saw that coming. And yeah, that was my first one.
My 1B was going to be LeBron being an absolutely dominant force.
All right.
That, it's like, did he just turn 27?
Yeah. Right.
No, he turned 37.
But did he time travel, or
has he found the fountain of youth?
We don't know.
Some steroids.
I think him and Tom Brady might take vacations somewhere undisclosed.
Yeah, it's the only explanation. All right, so my first one is it's just 2-part.
Oh, all right.
2-part. So 1A, we have the Lakers being absolutely trash. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I remember with my roommates and I, we were talking. We're like, man, they got Russell Westbrook now, AD, LeBron. Is this team a super team? And my roommates were like, yes, absolutely. Especially my one roommate, and he was hating on him. And it was like, the season's over. It's foregone conclusion. It's like the 2017 Warriors all over again. And, I mean, I didn't think they were going to be that good. But
that good.
They have not lived up to what they should be. Right now, just hovering around 500.
I mean, you stole mine because my second one was Lakers sucking. So I think we could both agree that no one saw them starting the season 21-20, and you take away their last 5 games, and they'd be even worse.
Oh,
it's so bad.
Now, to be fair, the LeBron missed a good chunk of time with an injury at the beginning of the season, and then right when he came back, after he started Malice at the Palace too,
yes.
AD gets injured, and
then they have all the COVID problems.
And then the massive COVID protocols just screwing over everyone.
It's true.
So, to be fair, and they only had 3 guys come back from their roster last year. If you look, it's LeBron, Anthony Davis, and
Talen Horton-Tucker.
Oh yeah, THT.
Yep.
That's it. And granted, I guess Dwight Howard was on the championship team.
Yeah.
Rondo was on the championship team. Rondo's he's not even on the team. Never mind. Yeah, forget Rondo. But who'd have thought you take 15 new guys and put them together? They're not going to gel immediately.
True.
Never seen that before. So on to my 2. Sorry, my number 2, also divided up into 2 teams, is the number 1 teams in the West and the East. So on the West side, you got the Warriors number 1, and then on the East, you got the Bulls number 1 right now. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
I didn't see that coming. And actually, I'm just going to skip down to number 5 because it goes hand in hand with this, because my number 5 was how good the Warriors' start to the season was. Because I think I had them making the 6th or 7th seed in the playoffs, because I was
you rated them low.
Yeah.
I had them. I want it known. I had them 4th.
All
right. When we'll show you our predictions later.
I had them low because I was like, okay, well, Klay's not coming back till January. They basically have the exact same team as last year. They didn't make any huge improvements. They didn't really do anything to upgrade, and so I was like, well, they'll start the season off pretty slow, and then here they are at 30-9.
See, that's what doesn't make any sense, and I think the Portland Trail Blazers were hoping they could have that same luck of, hey, let's run it back, let's not make any changes to our roster, and we'll just be better for some reason, and they're not.
They are like 5 games under 500.
Yeah. To go with that, well, actually, I got it pulled up right now. Oh yeah, they're a lot worse than that.
Oh, 8 games?
They're 16 and 24.
8 games
right
below
now.
500.
So it's not looking great for them. So yeah, no one. And then the Bulls. Let's talk about the Bulls for a second.
Go ahead on that. I have something that ties in with that one as well.
I mean, okay, well, let's look at what the Bulls did. I might argue that they had the most successful offseason of any NBA team because, I mean, they got
Lonzo.
They got Lonzo Ball. They got DeMar DeRozan.
Vucevic.
Well, he got traded,
but he was mid-season last year.
Yeah,
so he was still pretty fresh.
And Caruso, I think, are all huge pieces. And they have other, like Derek Jones Jr., he was added too. But, I mean, he's just a great role player wherever, and his dunks are fun to watch. But I think what we were thinking with the Lakers, how they could just take a bunch of people and they would just be great right from the get-go, I think that's what we were thinking for them, but it happened with the Bulls.
I agree. Because to go along with this whole thing, my number 4 on my list was DeMar DeRozan in the MVP conversation.
Oh.
Because he is like, this is his best season of his career, and he's just like, what is he, 33 now? 34?
He is 32 as
32.
of right now.
But I think this is his best season so far, and I think he definitely deserves to be like number 2, if not number 1 in the MVP conversation.
So I got his stats pulled up right now. He's getting 26.4 points per game, which is second to his season in 2016 when he had, 2017 when he had 27.3 points per game.
Wow.
But so second all time there. He's got 4.7 assists, which is more than his career average, but it's not the most he's ever averaged. Actually, the most he ever averaged was with the Spurs. But and no offense to Greg Popovich, but they did not know how to use DeMar DeRozan at all.
No, not he was like almost out of the league. Like
no one like
him.
flopping out, and it was like, okay, he'll probably be done. And then I don't know what he signed with the Bulls, but they probably got him for
they got him
cheap,
like a 4-year deal. Honestly.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because the Lakers were trying to get him originally, and everyone was like, "No."
Why are you wasting money on DeRozan?
That would have been such a great pickup if they could have used him the way the Bulls are.
To add more, too, his free throw percentage is better than his career average. Not best all time, but it's on par with it at 85%. His three-point percentage is 35.2%, which is the best he's ever shot in his career. And his field goal percentage is 49.1, which is not his best. Again, his best for that was actually on the Spurs, which is funny. But the attempts were a lot less.
Yeah.
So, all right, so another one. I don't know what number we're on. You're going out of order.
Yeah,
but
ours are just connected.
Yeah.
So.
On my number 3, I was going to point out players missing an entire season for just odd reasons. And the first player there is Ben Simmons, who has hurt feelings syndromes.
Yep. And
we wish him the best. He's still recovering from Trae Young's post defense on him. The second player is Zion Williamson with excessive obesity.
Dude, we've been through this, okay? I'm cultivating mass.
Stop saying that. You are not cultivating mass. And if you are, stop cultivating and start harvesting. Bro.
I know he's listed as having like a foot injury, but we know his feet are sore from carrying all that weight.
It's true.
And then Kyrie Irving, the third player, being out with COVID vaccinophobia.
Yep. I mean, I kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah, no, the Kyrie Irving being out wasn't a shock. Yeah. Well, him being opposed to getting the vaccine wasn't a shock to me.
Yeah.
But the way the Nets have handled it, I don't know why, because he could have been playing, so he just returned, right? He's played 2 games as of right now. He's averaging 22 points a game. And everyone was acting like, oh, it's this big, grand return. He's finally back. Kyrie could have been playing the whole season.
Yeah, the whole season.
Well, not the home games because with Brooklyn's rules, but the away games, he could have been playing the whole season. But here's what's weird: the Nets have the best road record in the NBA,
I know.
Last
and
I saw-
their home record is not that good.
which is where they need him, but he won't be able to play. So it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
The only other one I have is Cavaliers being in the top 6 in the East. I mean,
Yeah, without LeBron
Exactly.
James on their roster.
who would have thought the Cavaliers would be better than the Lakers, who have LeBron, Westbrook, and Anthony Davis?
Oh,
And now
how the
Cavaliers-
turntables.
Literally.
I didn't even realize that.
Like, what's their record?
They're 23-18 right
So
now.
They're like 4 games better than the Lakers, right?
Dude, if they were in the West, they would be the 5th seed.
Exactly. That's what's crazy.
All this while Colin Sexton is out with
Yeah.
a torn, was it ACL?
Yeah.
MCL,
some
something. He had knee
torn something.
surgery. He's out for the season.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the most crazy, like the craziest thing that's happened.
Confirmed, Kevin Love carried LeBron, not the other way around.
True.
Let that be known.
Yep.
So I got 2 others. So going along with yours, one of mine was these East team struggles that were supposed to be just dominant
Yeah.
forces. I had predicted them to be really high. But the 3 teams in particular are the New York Knicks, Boston Celtics, and the Atlanta Hawks. They're all struggling right now. I mean, Boston is currently the 10th seed
Yeah.
at 20-21.
I
Well, I
don't
guess
know
the Knicks
why
are
they're
tied
so
with them.
bad.
And then there's the Hawks, who are 17-22.
Yeah.
And the Hawks, they were second place in the East last year.
Yeah. I mean, not in the standings, but in the playoffs.
In where they finished,
Yeah.
they made it to the conference finals.
And barely lost.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Or,
They lost in 6
yeah.
to the
the
Bucks. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense because, especially, so the Hawks did not change their
Anything.
roster at all. They've run it back. To my knowledge, there hasn't been any COVID issues
No, I don't think there's
that
been.
they've missed out on.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And now, to be fair, the Hawks absolutely sucked last year at this time, and it was after the All-Star break. They
Was it
started
really?
winning. Yeah, they weren't even in the playoff discussion. Like, they were like 10th or 11th.
Oh.
I'll have to double check, but they were like 10th or 11th in the standings. Then after the All-Star break, they just shot up to, like, I think the 6th seed or the 5th seed
Well,
or
I
something
thought
like
they
that.
yeah, they were 4th or 5th.
Oh, yeah, they were 5th because they played the Knicks. Yeah. So
I definitely.
this could just be an Atlanta Hawks thing where
Maybe.
we, suck 60% of the year and then dominate the last 40%.
And then Trae Young might just go crazy in the second
Yeah.
half. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the Celtics, I have no idea how they're so bad. They've
There's
been
no
together-
reason for them.
They've
to be
been
this bad.
kept that core together for like 5 years now.
You have Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, Al Horford, who's returning,
Yeah.
but it's not like he couldn't gel back into the
Exactly.
system
He's
immediately.
already been playing there for
Yeah.
years.
Jaylen Brown, Enos Kanter Freedom. That's their core roster, all returning, and then you add Dennis Schroeder,
Yeah, who's actually
Who's-
been pretty good.
who's
for
filling in for Kemba Walker.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't make
and it
sense.
seems like they should be getting better because Brown and Tatum are getting older. But they made the conference finals. What, Tatum's rookie year?
Tatum's rookie year, 2018, they
Yeah.
made the conference finals and were one game away
from
from making the
finals.
finals.
And
If
then-
LeBron hadn't played the single greatest postseason of all time,
Yeah,
they would have been in there.
exactly.
And
So it
Yeah.
just is. It's weird how they have just only been getting worse as the years go on.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense, especially when Tatum and Brown are probably both going to be all-stars this year.
I mean, I would assume. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, the Knicks have the same thing as the Celtics, where
I think the Knicks overachieved last year because they.
I'm sorry, New York fans.
I mean, because they don't really have many good players, in my opinion. Like, Julius Randle is good. They got, Fournier was a pretty good addition.
Hey,
They don't
man.
even play Kemba Walker.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you go out and sign Kemba Walker and
Yeah.
then you don't use him. This clearly shows that
Management
uh,
and coaching.
defensive-minded
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau. I could not think of his name. Thank you. Tom Thibodeau does not know how to use him
No, not
properly. But like they have a lot. But see, I just expected them. They have a lot of the same guys coming back.
Yeah,
And R.J. Barrett should still be getting better.
it's true. But I think everyone else in the East just got like better. It wasn't like they necessarily got a whole lot worse. But like you think about the Bulls, they got better.
That's true, the
Somehow the
Bulls got
Cavaliers got better. Heat are the Heat still. Bucks
Yeah.
are the Bucks. Nets are the Nets. And then Washington's been overachieving. I mean, they added a lot of new pieces with Kuzma and KCP.
It's caught up to them because
Yeah.
they were like top 3 in the East, and they are now sitting at 9th at 20-20.
But I still think they're a more overall good team than they were last year. And the Knicks have just kind of been, they didn't get any better, but everyone else just kind of got.
That's true, but like I would still have them better than Toronto. And Toronto, you would
Yeah.
agree with me, they
Yeah.
did not get better,
No.
and yet they're somehow 20-17.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've had COVID luck or they don't even have fans in their stadium
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe that's
so
why.
there's no home. They don't even have home court advantage.
Maybe it's because the away teams come and they're not used to playing with the no fans, and so they get.
They weren't in the
thrown
bubble in
Yeah,
2020. Yeah. Oh, last thing I want to talk about that no one saw coming. Here's the big one. Is these crazy win streaks from these NBA teams. And I wrote them all down. So the Suns went 18 in a row.
True.
Set a franchise record, and I was a big fan of that. And they won 2 of the games without Devin Booker.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason the streak ended was because they played the Warriors on the second night of a back-to-back and didn't have Devin
Yeah.
Booker, which was
I
the,
mean,
I
they
don't know.
still kind of lost, but they were way more likely to win had that
That's
not
true.
happened.
Well, and had that not been a back-to-back.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, anyways, it was impressive. They won 18, and very few teams have ever done that. It set a franchise record. Then the Chicago Bulls going on a 9-game winning streak. I mean, that goes
Yeah.
in part with the Bulls' success. But
Yeah.
if we're talking about streaks, I wanted to talk about that. The Grizzlies, currently on a 9-game win
Yeah.
streak.
That's another surprise, honestly, how good they are this year.
Yeah, see, I predicted them to be good. I swear I did.
We'll have to throw it up on the screen
I had them good.
and see where we put the Grizzlies.
What made no sense is John Morant got injured this season, right? He missed a good chunk of games. They still won
Yeah,
without him.
I know.
Like,
They actually have a better record without him than with him.
that doesn't make any sense. That's not even computing with
I
my
know.
brain right
They
now.
were like, I think he missed like 8 or 9 games, wasn't it?
Something like that.
And they've gone like 7-2 without
Yeah.
him. It doesn't make much sense at all.
Great team. Very fun to watch. The Warriors have gone on. What do you think their win streak is this year?
Well, probably like 8.
Close. So they've won. Their best win streak is 7, but they've done it twice.
Oh, wow.
So that's impressive. And then the other win streak no one's talking about is the Rockets.
I know.
All right, let's talk about that. If that's not the biggest surprise. So, recap here is the Rockets start off sucking and they lose 15 in a row, which is one of the worst. Worst, one of the worst ever. And then immediately after that, it wasn't like, oh, they won some games, lost some games, and then
Yeah.
no, it was immediately. So they lose 15 and then immediately win 7 in a row.
I thought it was higher than that.
No,
Was
it's
it
just
only
7.
7? Oh.
Yeah. But then they like lost one and then they won like 3 or 4 more or something like that.
Maybe they won like 11 out of their last 12 during
Yeah.
that stretch.
And then after that, they have then proceeded to lose 8 in a row. So winning and losing streaks, guys, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 5 things. It's your 5 things. I think that's all the surprising things nobody saw coming.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Let us know if there were any other things that we left out.
Yeah, make sure you comment
Fans.
down below your thoughts on everything. If there's anything you want us to cover in future videos, if you want us to debate, make sure you mention that as well.
Yeah.
And anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you
Yeah.
enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe.
No, we're not going to tell them to like and subscribe. They know how to like and subscribe a video.
Okay, actually,
this isn't
don't subscribe.
This isn't the first time you guys have watched a YouTube video. I'm hoping, all right?
Maybe it is. Maybe there's like some 60-year-olds out there
Oh my gosh.
that don't know where the subscribe button is.
If we are the first YouTube video you've ever watched, comment and let us know. Because that would be phenomenal. I would be honored if this is the first YouTube video
True.
you've ever watched.
True. But anyways, we're doing this.
You know where the buttons are.
You know where the buttons are. We're doing this probably 3 times a week, so make sure you keep watching, and we'll see you guys next time.